Welcome everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to basically go from nothing to a full marketing team within minutes. In 2026, everything's moving so quickly. There are so many different websites out there or software companies, and generally speaking, it's muddled up. You know, it's one thing to go ahead and replace your marketing team through different AI softwares, but the next problem comes round, and that is that it doesn't fall under the same umbrella of software. You've got one for image ads, you've got another for UGC videos, and another editing platform in between. And frankly, trying to run a full ad campaign while being super efficient, while having all these different softwares in place, can be extremely hectic. So in this video, I'm going to show you pretty much everything inside of this software. It's called MakeUGC, and it's the one that I've been working with just because of how simple it is to use. But for those who are new to it, it basically changes the game. I mean, your cost is going to drastically change, going from hundreds of dollars for a UGC video just to under $5 in the AI UGC over here. And when it comes to image ads and the rest of all these different features, it's so cheap and efficient that to me, it's completely worth it. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it, shall we? First of all, we're going to have a look at all the different features real quick. Now, we're only going to show you a couple because they're actually relevant to go ahead and create these ads. So I think we're going to start with image ads. Now, the difference between these two is that one requires less of a prompt and one requires more of a prompt. If you have a look at image ads, you can see you put in the brand name, product description, and the image over here. And it's simply going to come up with a good little ad. What we'll do is we're going to put this in. What we're using is ordinary face, and then we put in a brief little description in there. What we go ahead and do, then upload the image. And just like that, we are pretty much good to go. Now, you can obviously change the amount of images. We're gonna do 2 in this case, just because we wanna mix it up ever so slightly. But all you need to do after that is go ahead and generate. And it's literally so cheap, like 0.2 credits is absolutely nothing. So you go over and generate, and it's just gonna take a couple minutes to generate those 2 ads. Now, the difference between the two is that you can go over to the image generator instead, and you simply upload this over here. You upload the image again. And for that one, you're going to basically put in your own prompt as you wish. Now, the difference between the two, you can already see they're finished uploading over here, is that if you look at the one with the long prompt that we made ourselves, it is going to come up with a detailed response, and it does look very clean and good in general. However, there is still a problem with this, and that it doesn't really come up with anything unique. You know, you do have all this information in here, and it does take a second to actually, come through, but you can see these look so much better with the little bit in the top over here that makes it look just that extra bit nice. Really sells this ad campaign. Like, it looks so well done. I would literally never be able to tell that is fake, and then you can go ahead and download for that very simple, easy, cheap process. Now that we know how to make some image ads, we're gonna go back over here and we're gonna look through the rest of the products over here. Now, what we go ahead and do is go over to Sora 2. This is where we are going to learn how to create our full own ad. What we do is we simply upload the product image, again, just like this. Press open, press save, and just have it there. Now you can also choose this from assets, and what that means is that it's basically going to take this one over here. If I go over here and I simply press using the assets, we can also just do it that way. That means you're just speeding up the process ever so slightly. Now, instead, what you want to do is make sure you got a really detailed prompt. What I've done in this case is gone over to ChatGPT, and I've come up with a very simple prompt myself. Just like that, I put it in, I take Control-C, Control-V, and the prompt is finished. Now, you do want to make this detailed, you want to make it good. You want to go over here to Sora 2, press Sora 2 Pro to make sure that it can enhance the quality to 1080p and keep it on roughly 12 seconds. And then from there, all you need to do is press Generate Video. And here is the result that we will come up with. And as you can see, the quality is insane. The ad looks really, really good. And in general, you can go ahead and tweak this around if you press on the remix tab over here and just change up the script ever so slightly to change those things. Now, another feature that we can go ahead and use is the motion control feature. And this is actually quite a unique one. So this may be a UGC ad that you might have seen that has performed really well in this case, and you just want to go ahead and copy it. It doesn't include any products. Yes, you can actually do it where you have a product in their hand, but all you need to do, so what it's going to do, you can see it here, is the video character is going to be swapped with the photo character. So you're taking the performer video and you're simply taking an image of a different creator or someone else, and you're simply pressing save. Now in this case, I've chosen this like AI avatar girl. And then what we can actually do is select between these two. Really, the difference isn't too huge. And then go ahead and select the voice. Now, there's a bunch of custom voices that you can do, and you can connect with 11 Labs if you really, really want, which is always good if you're really into making your own voices, that kind of thing. But then what we do is we look through the list. There's a huge list over here of all these different creators that you can be using. And then when it comes to the language, you can switch that up as well. So in this case, I want English, I want a female.
Hi there, welcome to MakeUGC.
She doesn't sound too good. She sounds a bit crusty.
Hi there, welcome to MakeUGC.
She sounds quite nice, and so instead what we're going to do is press save and continue and go ahead and generate this video. Now I'm going to show you the result of what this actually came up with.
So this is me recording for the sake of this YouTube video and showing you how well this actually performs. Now let's see the results.
So this is me recording for the sake of this YouTube video and showing you how well this actually performs. Now, let's see the results. You can tell it is extremely accurate, works really, really well. Now, something that I would say about this is, yes, she does look pretty AI, and that is because she is also an AI figure. So if you want to maybe get more realistic results, I would always recommend to go ahead and use someone with a more realistic picture, just so it doesn't have to look as animated and fake. And definitely where the matching is somewhat similar, so it doesn't have to recreate the whole scene, if that makes sense. Now, if we go through, there's a bunch more features such as gestures tab, which actually just makes UGC people do these gestures, like the avatars. You can make them be like angry and say a couple words and that kind of thing. You can also make B-roll, so you can actually take your product, put it into here, and it's just going to come up with nice clips of it if you want, and whatever you choose it to be actually. And this is just product in hand. So this is just like the talking actors section, which we can go ahead and check out. What we can do is just go ahead and press add actors, and you're going to see such a huge library of actors over here. Now what we can do, we'll take probably someone like a female, 18 to 30, and then we have already a huge selection. Now if you want to change it into, for example, business formal or something like that, you will have to select that yourself. In this case, it's really quite easy. There's a ton of people, like it's insane. We can choose someone like Hazel or someone like Luna. We'll do Anna in this case and just press OK. Now we can also select two at once as well, and then what you're going to go ahead and do is press an AI script, just because we cannot be asked to actually write the script. This is why it's actually so good. In this case, I think I kind of want to do a product review, and then I want to do a product review around the ordinary face serum. We press generate, and then it's gonna take a couple seconds, and it's pretty much coming up with the whole thing in of itself. There we go. There's a whole little script there, and then we can go ahead and add some emotion. And the reason why this is really good is because this actually means that they can kind of like actually show a bit of emotion here and there. If you want them to be sad, you can kind of just put it into brackets. I forgot how to do it. Yeah, here, like this. And then just say like happy, for example, like that. And then what you're going to go ahead and do is go to text to speech. Yes, all done. And then what you're going to do is scroll down to their voices so you can hear her. It just takes a second to generate. We can actually update the script because apparently my emotion wasn't correct. So we just updated that real quick. Okay, so this sounds really good already. The only thing is I kind of wanted to talk a bit faster. I don't want to hear this yap for so long. So I'd assume she's probably going to be roughly the same.
Stop scrolling.
Yep. And then we can go ahead and generate the voices. So we go over back to this one. They're all generating. Lastly, what we're going to do is just generate the video, and that's going to be it pretty much. Just like that, we've got it on its way, and they're coming right now. Now, what they also have is VO extended. This is multiple different scenes. This is kind of different to what I was mentioning before. And that goes alongside this one over here, where you can actually go ahead and create your own scene depending on what you want. Now, you can also create a custom avatar. So this would mean simply uploading a video of yourself, maybe 1 to 2 minutes long. And optionally, you can also upload the audio just to make sure that it's extra crisp and good. Now, you can also do this based off an image. So you can do this video or from image. And then you can do the exact same thing with your voice. So you can actually come up with a name for the voice, then record your own voice, or just simply generate one depending on what kind of prompt you want. You say like, oh, I want an Australian voice. Let me do that real quick. Whereas, yeah, in this case, I don't need that. And we're not going to go over that. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, and I don't really need to do all that kind of stuff. And lastly, just to make sure, they have a video editor in here as well, where you can directly add the media that you've come up with, which makes it super easy and simple. If you want to make small tweaks, you don't have to export and then go ahead, put it in CapCut, all this kind of stuff, and then finally come up with the final result. Like, this is so much quicker. Let's say you, for example, like this Viking guys video that I made a while back. You can just go ahead, import this. It's going to take a second, of course, but just like that, you've got the whole video in here already.
Out here, everything's on the move, so your kit needs to keep up. This little 6-hour harness, look at it, right tight to the chest.
So, for example, you know, you're looking at the video and you want to make a small cut. You don't like this part where he pulls out the camera. Well, you can go ahead and split, and then split this over here again and delete the left side, so you're cutting it out. That's basically the idea, and then you can go ahead and render it. You can also add some simple captions in the bottom or even in the middle, change that around as well. It's a really, really good feature, definitely if you want to pump out more ads in one go. Now, once these videos are done, a special feature, and this is only for people who really get the upgrade and you need a consulting call for this one, is to really get a full video edited. And this is done with the actual team behind the scenes, so you do have to inquire on this kind of thing. But you can see with an ad like this on front value, yes, it does provide enough content. However, it's not really too engaging sometimes. And therefore, if you want it to really pop out in the algorithm, having some sort of editor do this makes a huge difference. You can have that done in bulk if you really want this to. And lastly, what I want to show you is the VSL tab. Now, this is something that is very similar to the talking avatar section, where you simply go ahead, select someone, create the script through AI, and then you simply put in a bit of emotion here and there. And this is for VSL. So this for landscape can be like minutes long. And in this case, one
paying creators before you even know if the ad will work.
Slight camera. Like, it looks really good in my opinion. And instead, this is going to perform really well if you need VSLs, that kind of thing, because it's never going to mess up. Lastly, what we can go ahead and check out is the video ad agent, the viral video ad agent. This is a very unique tool where you can actually go ahead, scour the library of videos that you have here. And what I'll do in this case is probably choose something that is a bit English. So maybe we can go... Where can we go? We can go United Kingdom. And then you can also check, depending on date, if you really want to see how long ago these kind of ads were being put out, right? So you don't want anything outdated and so on. Now, what you can do is you can literally go to ads like this, how many unique viewers there have been, and you know, who has seen it essentially in those 2 days that it's been live, which you can also see very, very easily. And you can go ahead and have a look at as many as you wish. Now, in this case, they're all relatively low because it's the UK. But I kind of like this video over here and the way that it's styled, right? So you can kind of test and whether or not it's good enough for your video. If you don't really know what to choose, you can go ahead and simply copy the creation. You can literally copy the competition. Like, it's so simple. put in a simple product description over here, and we press save and upload. Now, this is a unique process where you're actually going back and forth with the AI to actually make this as good as it physically can be. So as you can see, we go into the AI ad agent over here, and then it's going to take up through 5 different processes. This is basically the way that it's going to go. It analyzes the product image. It takes basically the key features, color palette, all that kind of visual stuff, and make sure that this is going to be applied into the video when it's making it. Now, next, what it's going to be doing is looking at the actual ad that you made, and it breaks it down into scenes, all that kind of good stuff, understanding of exactly what's going on inside of the ad. And then has a little questionnaire for you so you know exactly what you want, right? You're looking for young adults, in this case, people seeking affordable skincare. What are the benefits of the product? Provides all this kind of stuff. You can really select anything. We're looking at United States and English to make the script. You simply answer the survey and it's going to get going with your ad. And then you say go ahead, and you can make small changes, of course. Literally chat here with the assistant to approve different things. If you want to change things, you can obviously go ahead and do that. For this sake, I'm not going to go ahead and actually look through it all. I trust in this process. I've done it 1,000 times and I know for sure that it's going to perform regardless. And there you go. It's generating the video. And this is the result of that video. Now it looks really, really, really good. Just check it out.
Does your skin ever feel dry and kind of rough no matter what you do? I used to feel the same way. It's time for a change. This lightweight hydrating serum has been a game changer for me. Just a few drops.
So with that being done, it is $1 to go ahead and make your first video. After that, obviously, it's a trial, guys. But it is really useful. And definitely if you're running dropshipping brands, all this kind of other stuff, it is basically an essential. So go ahead, check it out. It's in the link in the description. And without further ado, I hope to see you on the inside, and I'll see you next week.